Hey guys, Marcus here. In this video, I decided to share with you how you can use Base44. For me, Base44 is an amazing no-code platform that is going to allow you build projects with AI. And I want to show you what I build with it. And then I'm going to talk to you about what are the steps to the important things that you need to know. So I built a fully working trading journal in which you can add a trade. Then you can have rules here that every single day they reset, and you can have compliance if you actually like follow the rules. And not only that, there's like plenty of analytics that I added to it, and also the dashboard with starting a session that actually like tracks the minutes. Insane. And I don't know how to code. Not only that, I also built a fully working invoice generator for my friend, that she needed a simple invoice generator based on her demands, like what she needed in it, because she's not technical. I was able to do it in a few prompts. And not only that, I made a working X platform that is like a copycat with like profile and everything. And then also I made a LinkedIn platform copycat without no coding at all. And you could post jobs here, you can message with others, you can have network here where you can connect and like to like a kind of like the friend list. Then also you can edit the profile here, you can change the name, you can change the photo, the banner, the about, experience, education, skills, everything. This took me the longest, but it was so much fun that actually like I don't know how to code and I was able to build this. So let's go and let's first understand what is Base44 about and how it actually works. There is a wonderful description in the Discord of Base44. I'm just going to read it for you. The confusion often arises because the platform starts with a top-down approach. It gives you a pre-built app structure with dummy content and expects you to work backwards by defining the actual data and connecting it to the UI. This is different from traditional coding or app building platform, where you typically start by defining the data and then build the UI around it. So how it works is that what I recommend to do is like have certain kind of design, what you want to have there, how you want it to look. So this is, for example, you're gonna find here the styling instructions, and you can add these style instructions at first and then add the data. Or what you can do, you can like talk with ChatGPT first, what kind of styling you want to have there, and then start talking about the structure. The structure is very important, what you need to have there. So what I did, for example, here, I said to ChatGPT that I want to build a real estate CRM. Please give me information and tabs, what I need to have there in a structure. It gave me like leads, a pipeline, properties, calendar and tasks, communication, documents, just like important things. Now you can like whole copy it, or like you can edit what you want to have there, what you don't need. And then you can just like paste it to Base44. You could just like literally take this. Let's say I want to have all. And you're just going to copy it, and you're going to have in Base44 everything, right? And on the top, you can just like write what you want to have there. First, it's going to generate you with the dummy content. I want to show you when I go to back to home and I go to the CRM software. This is like the same thing that I did. First, I added all the important things that I want to have there. Now, then it's going to build you the site for you. So it's going to look like this or like similar way. And this is what is the start. Now it is going to give you the kind of like the user interface, and also it start to give you also the dummy data, and it's going to create a structure for the data for you. Now then what you need to do is go and step by step start finding things that you see that don't work or need to be improved, and start saying that okay, you need to add this. For example, for the real estate CRM, what happened? It added dashboard, contacts, leads, but that was all. Deals, property tags weren't added. Therefore, I saw also more kind of like mistakes. The contact didn't work. So what do you want to do? When you start giving it advice, how it needs to work, don't put it in one message like, I don't see contacts, please add them. You're going to spend one message already, one credit. So what you want to do is that you want to add again multiple mistakes you see that it did, and you want it to correct it. Therefore, as you can see, look, I just want to show you. I can open the contact, please let me open. The buttons on contact and everywhere needs to have white text because they are not visible. Leads are not working at all. These are two are not done. Properties are not done too. And see, I did it in one message. You can even add more, but this was like the 5-6 tasks for me at least is enough for one message. Therefore it added. Now I saw, for example, for contacts, the add contact was had a black text. So I tell it to change to white. Also, then I wanted to have also the list option here for the contacts. And this is like the sample fake data. And this is something that could be done, right? And also what you can do, I want to share with you a few tips here. What you can do, you are going to find here on the bottom left, visual edit. The visual edit, what it's going to do for you is that the visual edit, when you're going to click, you can change something with the visual edit. So you can click here, you can click here, let's say you want to click here, and you can change the background color or text color, or if it's not going to work for you, you can ask AI to do it for you. So this is another thing. The next thing that I want to share with you is that if you are not satisfied with the change, what it did, you can revert it. So let's say there was some problem and you want to like try to look for the solution in a different way, then you can click here, revert this. Automatically, it's going to go one edit back. And again, you can go revert this. It's going to go again, one edit back. And then, but when you're going to do it, you need to always publish it. Okay. So you're going to, that is what I do. In the moment when I go back, I publish it, I check it how it looks. Now, when you are going to do certain kind of edits that are more, how would I call it? Like it's going to edit more things, you want to always check how it's going to impact all the other things before you're going to proceed to different edits. I learned in a hard lesson this when I was like editing, and I saw it did something in profile. It was primarily for the LinkedIn copycat. Like then like something just like messed up with the profile. And I'm like, no way, right? So I didn't know which edit did it, because I didn't check all the other things, how they are working and if they are working well. But this is also another important thing. The preview version is different comparing to the published version. Therefore, you need to always publish it and check it in published version, because in published version, the database is working in different way comparing in the preview version. Many times in preview version, you are going to see things working, but in published, no, because you have certain kind of API limits, you have certain kind of restrictions. So this is something that you have to be aware of. Now, let's go even further and let me show you more. So you know how to write now revert, you know how to write that you want to use ChatGPT, and you need to write multiple things. That it can be, you can do it. You need to write multiple things, don't just like go message by message. So that's how this part works. I hope it makes sense. Then you can have workspace here. In workspace, you are going to find all the data and all the important things. Now, important thing to know is that people are going to log in with their email or with the Gmail. And what is important is that automatically those data from it is going to be as a name and username, and those things can be changed. So for example, I had a problem here on the social media site that I did, is that I wanted to have option for people to change the username, but the AI told me they can't do it. Therefore, what I figured out by myself, that I told AI to add their display name that is going to present the profile name that they can change. Does it make sense? Therefore, they can change the username, but they can change the display name. Same thing, what I did here, and this took me again so long to figure out. Sometimes it takes me like 1 hour. So I had problem here with useless X, and these are like very important tips that I want to share with you. So I had problem with home, only because the things weren't actually showing in home when someone like wrote something like this, and it wouldn't show anything. And if someone replied, also it didn't show. First, it got problem that there wasn't kind of like the username and display name that I added to it, that I want to link it there, because it was still using the Gmail name, right? Gmail email. And first I needed for the profile to have the option to edit the profile, to change the display name, username, and those things had to be added by the AI to the database. But not only that, I had issue then when I finally solved it, and it took me like good 2 hours of cycling with the AI. So what I needed to do, because it wasn't anything, like it wasn't working. So I told it, you know what, delete the whole home navigation, home tab category, and create it completely new with how I want it. And it did it on the first try. I'm not kidding. So sometimes you had to burn it all and build it again, primarily if it's like just this one space. Of course, you can always revert it, but this is something that worked for me and you have to just like remember it, okay? And now for the profile that I want to share with you is that I had another problem here, that it didn't work with the following and followers. That when I click here on a following, it wasn't here. Therefore, it didn't work. It was always using user. Do you know what I had to delete? Because there was certain kind of like API restriction. So this space is working, but you will find there are going to be restrictions. Primarily, if you're going to find something in a preview, but you're not going to see it in published, and I'm going to show you how you can publish. On the top right, you can have published, and you can publish the app. Then what you need to do is that tell it to create for you additional database that it's going to gather information from there and not from the one that is restricted. So what I did, pretty simple. This is restricted database. I created that got the information in preview, but in publish it was restricted. So therefore, I need to create a database that is not restricted from this database that gets information. And I told AI, but it can't create it by itself. You need to tell it to do it. I told AI to take it from there. Therefore, it started to work. This simple thing. Because then, if it goes to circles, there is some kind of like blockage that you have to find. Does it make sense? So, okay, now this is when you're gonna find users. Here you're gonna find users. You can invite users, but here in schema you can change it. You need to tell AI to add it to users. For the data, this is something that we've added the structure in the beginning. So for example, for the contact, look at there. So we're gonna find this is like all the dummy content. And what you can do is you can have like actions, you can like import, export, or you can add here the kind of like the text and add the contact as a dummy data to see if it's working out. Again, to add more these things, you need to write to AI. I don't know how to do it with code. Like I don't know how to code. So something to be aware of again. Now, with what I want to show you is, for example, when I was like doing here the MemoTrader Pro, I already know what I wanted to have in my database, right? So when I come here to workspace and data and I see the trades here, look how much things I have here. These are all the things like confidence level, follow rules, and this is something that you want to just like know what you want to have there. And what is important, like if you can put it in the beginning right, and you don't have to like go into it later, that's very good. That's like very, very good. Now, Base44 is amazing for simple, effective applications like the trading journal. I don't see it that difficult, but if I would have to build some kind of like app or like something that is like social media sites, you're going to use a lot of the credits that you have there for the integration because it has to use a lot of database. But this is something that just to be aware of, okay? That amazing platform, I completely love it for simple solutions for the problems that we have in a business or school or some kind of project that you want to build. It can be insanely good. Because like, let me just tell you one thing. Someone told me, I wanted to have this. Someone told me that it would cost thousands of dollars to make this. I made it in 1 hour with AI. Like, let that sink in. So for the workspace, you're going to have the data where you're going to have like, for example, the trading session, trading rule. And these things, they actually like work as you edit. You can add the dummy entry, but you can with AI edit these things. To delete or delete them, you just have to press delete all. I don't know how to delete them on one-time thing. Maybe you can do it if you're just going to tell AI that let the users actually delete the kind of account. Now, not the account, but the trades or the data themselves. Then they can edit it and delete it. For the overview, this is also an important thing. You are going to find here the app visibility. That means is that it can be private, which is going to be login required, public, login required, therefore they have to create account to access the site, or public no login. That means is that they don't have to log in for, let's say, breathwork application. Okay, there is no need to be logged. They're just gonna just like start the breath work. So this is something that you can also do. Now, very important thing, if you are going to find build a tool that is going to allow you to build that you want to every single user have this different kind of access to their own data, you have to tell it to AI. It's not going to do it automatically, because if you first at start, everyone who is going to come, let's say the social media platform, everyone who creates account got access to same tabs, same posts, everything. But for the trading journal, is different because I want every user have their own personalized data. This is something that you have to test. It took me like 2 scripts. Just tell it to AI. It's going to do it for you. Just be aware of it, okay? Then for the analytics, you are going to find here data like unique users, top pages, just like simple data here, and like which they clicked, etc. Domains, you can buy a domain. Here I bought 2 domains through the Base44. It works very well and I like the whole process for it. You can also set up domain, but I never did it. I can do a video for you how you can do it if you have the domain elsewhere. Then you can have security here, like what they can actually see, right? You can create access rules. And you can like create their only, and who got access to something like training session, let's say it's public, but let's say I want to have a user property check if user property matches a specific value or only the creator, right? So then you're gonna have code here. So this is something that I don't understand at all. I got no idea what is this code about. Like maybe you can like, if there is some issue, you can send it to ChatGPT and it can like edit, but I'm not going to like look at the, oh, no. Not gonna touch this, don't know what I'm doing. And then you're gonna have the logs, again, something like maybe when someone did something, okay? API, again, got no idea what is this. And then you can have the settings here for the logo, where you can upload the logo and you can generate a logo, and you can select the image, and then you can have app settings here where you're gonna have, for example, this is very important, show or hide edit with Base44 and have it hidden. Wait a second, I will show you here. Then you can have like email password authentication. You can like enable it. Main page, which is going to main page, is something that you can also change, like journal rules, analytics, AI coach. You can have it, and you can also like delete here the whole app. Right, so that's for that. And what you can do with it, you can have always preview here. On the top right, you are going to find option here to, got no idea what is this, to be honest. Then you can like also export project to GitHub. Again, I saw something with GitHub, but I still don't know what it is. You can export a zip. I know what is zip, so possibly you can use your own database where you're going to purchase somewhere, and then you can use the tool. If the credits from the Base44 are not going to be sufficient, you can also share the app and send invitation. And one thing that I like, that you can see how it looks also on the phone and on the mobile, right? And you see right here, add a trade, and you can add it. So in the mobile, it looks very good, like it's responsive. But important thing to know is that you can even write it to make it more mobile responsive. Like, no kidding, the LinkedIn copycat, it was so bad, the responsiveness. It was all right, but it was bad. I told it to completely like correct it. It did it in such a good way. And I'm like, I didn't have to do a single thing. Like, mamma mia, this is revolutionary. So that's also insane what you can do. Then you're gonna have, I don't know what is this, like refresh. Yeah, it's refresh and a refresh preview. And then you can have publish. That, for example, when you are going to have your own domain, I just want to show you. Publish. I already bought the domain, so it's going to publish for the domain that you have here, but it's going to for the Base44 domain, and then also it's going to do for your domain that you bought. So that's how it works. I hope it makes sense. Now, in the moment when the whole thing is going to be circling, and it's going to be circling in kind of like that you can figure it out how to fix something, come to Discord, ask questions, and not only that, you can ask ChatGPT or try to go around restrictions, create a new database if it's database related, and it can help. So this is something that can possibly help you, at least I think. So for example, right now the messages don't work here, and I would have to, for example, maybe, I don't know if I'm going to like possibly to solve it with this. Oh, it works in a way. So let's see. But I don't want to direct messaging. So profile, again, see, like oh, this is wonderful thing that you can see right here. Look at that. So, mamma mia, where is it? Okay, back to home. And I'm going to go and I want to show you something. Do you see what happens here? So in a preview mode, when you are going to have the messages, I see right here that I can like message to people. But here when I come to the messages, see, it shows nothing. Therefore, again, it's some kind of like AP database related stuff that needs to be corrected. Now there is like this admin that I can, again, I don't even see the message here, a button on the profile. Therefore, I need to completely correct it. So what I will do is that I'm just going to delete it, the whole message, and I tell you to build it completely again. And I'm going to tell you to build complete new database based on the profile, based on display username, display the profile URL that I added. I even add, like this is also very important. When you're going to build stuff that is going to be special for every single thing, have a special generated URL for every single, let's say, profile. Because then I told it to actually get the data from the profile and not from the restricted database. So there is like restricted stuff, and I'll start building like upon it, on it, and not trying to like just like going around it, going around the restriction. This is what I always did in my life, is that I always find ways how to go around the system. Always. That's my gift. And yeah, this is the same style. It's just like you just have to like feel and how it works and just go around it. So I hope this video provided you at least a little bit of value on how you can use Base44. It's an amazing platform. Like you see what I build with it, how excited I am about it. And this is only beginning what you can do in the future. Give it 5 more years and it's going to be even more insane. So thank you and have a great day and goodbye.